Jesus said, "Man cannot live on bread alone, but from every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." You're listening to Daily Truth.
What does God say? Remember this, to Saul, that king that Israel wanted so bad. What does the Lord say through Samuel? Does the Lord not desire obedience rather than sacrifice? There are many Christians in the name of missions, global missions, who are sacrificing, but sacrifice should never come at the cost of obedience. Whether or not you're called to another country as an evangelist is in question. That's debatable. Whether or not you're called to provide for your children is not debatable. So the way that we determine God's calling on our life is we start with the clearest commandments in Scripture. And we check each of those boxes with obedience by faith. And then we look and see, what do we got left? After obeying all of Christ's commands, how much time is left in the day? How much cash is left in the budget? And then we look, that's special revelation, Scripture. Now we look at natural revelation, providence. And what has God orchestrated? Where am I employable with my trade? Where do Mima and Papa live? Who's sick? Who's healthy? What age are my parents at? What age are my children? And you add it all together, and you know what it equates to? It equates to a prophetic word from the Lord. So you don't have to go to Redding, California with Bill Johnson and ask for a word from the Lord. All you have to do instead is map out the commands in Scripture, look at providential circumstances, and learn math, and it will be the clearest prophetic word you've ever received. All the way down to you should live in this county, in this city, with this budget, in that house. All of these things determined by what God has revealed in Scripture and in what He reveals by providence. And the conclusions we take from it by what He's given us through common sense. There's the math. Israel escaped their enemies, namely Egypt, by going through the Red Sea. And we are living in a unique time of turmoil in our nation and around the whole world, where I promise you, as God is my witness, it's not just the last 2.5 years. We are not through the Red Sea yet. I predict that for another 5 to 10 years, we're going to see Christians from all over the world moving and joining us here and other places like it. That's significant, yet winnable. And part of the winnable factor is that you can actually afford to feed a family. And if it gets too difficult to afford to feed a family, then our whole church will pick up and move to where we can feed a family. Because in the name of the mission of God, our children will not be the price that we pay to accomplish it.
All right. Stop twisting my arm. I know you want to hear the inside scoop. Here it is, the glorious vision of Right Response Ministries for the first half of next year, 2023. We have not one, not two, but 3 massive endeavors that we will accomplish by the grace of God. The first you already know about. It's our Theonomy and Postmillennialism Conference. This is selling out incredibly fast. By the time this commercial airs, you may not even be able to get a ticket. I really don't know. So don't waste another moment. Go to rightresponseconference.com, rightresponseconference.com to join us for the Theonomy and Postmillennialism Conference next year. Now, this is where you come in. We need your help. Our next 2 endeavors are, number 1, a documentary-style film, and number 2, a brand new studio. Both of these things are seeking to accomplish one primary goal, which is excellent, high-quality, glorious Christian media. We are tired of as Christians doing things poorly. We've done our best with what we have, but by God's grace, we want to do even better. This is not going to be just another video. This is not going to be a sermon or an interview or a podcast, but we're going to make a documentary style film. And we're going to be hiring Nathan Anderson, the director of On Earth as It Is in Heaven, a very, very successful post-millennialism documentary that's on Amazon and YouTube, came out a couple years ago. He's going to be flying in from Chile to help us direct this film. And our documentary is going to be on postmillennialism and theonomy, why it's biblically valid, why it's absolutely necessary, and why, by the grace of God, theonomy and postmillennialism are currently on the rise. So we're going to make this film, and we need your support. And not just this film, but we're going to make all of our videos and podcasting and everything we do here at Right Response Ministries better. We want to achieve the highest level of quality and Christian excellence that we possibly can. That's where the new studio comes in. This new film, our date that we're shooting for is that it would be complete and publicly available in May or June of 2023, next year. The studio, our goal is that it would be completely done in its construction and the equipment and the setup and the stage and everything by January, February of 2023 next year. We need your prayers. We need your encouragement. And for those of you who are willing to do so, we need your generous support. You can give towards these endeavors by going to rightresponseministries.com/donate. Again, that's rightresponseministries.com/donate. Thank you so much for all your help. God bless.